Broadcasting live from somewhere in the Shadow Realm, this is YuGiOh Duel Links Talk. Here's your host, Doug Dimmaduel.
Hey there, welcome to another episode of YuGiOh Duel Links Talk. Today we're going to take a look at another one of the booster box sets within the shop in Duel Links, and that's the Valkyrie's Rage box set, and that one came out back in February 27th of 2017. So just want to take a look at some of the more crucial monsters that you're able to get out of here, as well as some of the important spell and traps that can really help boost your deck power and really just help you dominate. So I want to start taking a look at some of the ultra rare cards that are available from this. I know they're going to be pretty hard to pull, but if you're able to get some of these, they're pretty good depending on what kind of deck you're running. The first one that I'm coming across is it's a level 8 light fairy type monster. It's called Sky Scourge and Rise, and its effect is this card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card cannot be special summoned except by removing from play 3 light fairy type monsters and 1 dark fiend monster in your graveyard. Once per turn, you can remove from play 1 face-up monster on the field. If you activate this effect, this card cannot attack during this turn. So, I mean, it's got a 2400 attack, a defense of 1500, so it's still a pretty powerful card. You also have the BES Big Core, which is a level 6 dark type machine. It's got 2300 attack, 1100 defense. If this card is normal summoned, place 3 counters on it. Cannot be destroyed by battle. At the end of the damage step, if this card battled, remove 1 counter from this card. If you cannot, destroy it. So once you run out of counters, then the card gets destroyed. So the nice part is that it could at least kind of float around on the field while it still has counters on it. So that's a really excellent card to have. It can kind of keep you in a duel if your back's against the wall a little bit. So next we have the Fiend Megacyber. It is a level 6 dark type warrior, 2200 attack, 1200 defense. Its effect is if your opponent controls at least 2 more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand. This is another great card to have in a pinch. I mean, there's no way around it, especially if your opponent's been just taking out your monsters left and right. They're filling their side of the field. Say they got 2 or 3 monsters, you're left with none at the beginning of your turn. Special summon this card, get the Fiend Megacyber on there. This card could possibly keep you in the game. This card can start you on your comeback trail, and I don't know, hopefully you can make some magic happen with this one. But this is just one of those cards where, I mean, honestly, it could fit in just about any deck. There's nothing bad I can really say about this card. So the next one, and this is one that I've been able to pull so far, is the Dimensional Alchemist. It's a level 4 light fairy, 1300 attack, 200 defense, and its effect is once per turn, you can activate this effect to remove from play the top card of your deck and give this card 500 attack until the end phase. When this card is destroyed and sent from your side of the field to your graveyard, you can select one of your remove from play monsters and return it to your hand. So, it's not a bad card to have. Again, it's it'll give your monster an attack of 1800, which is pretty formidable in getting over quite a few monsters that your opponent may have. And again, for a level 4, I mean, it's not the worst card to have. I think it's a very, very good card. I don't necessarily run it in too many of my decks right now, but I mean, you can always find some use for that one. Next, you have a level 4 Fairy Spirit, Asura Priest. It's got a 1700 attack, 1200 defense. Its effect is that it cannot be special summoned. During the end phase of the turn this card is normal summoned or flip summoned, return it to the hand. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. So, yeah, the only downside is that, it has to come back to your hand, but it's just a nice way to potentially clear your opponent's board if they're, like, say, for example, if they're using one of their spell cards that put a ton of tokens on their side of the field. Just summon this monster, and it'll just take care of business, since it can attack each of your opponent's monsters once each. So, I don't know, it's got some good perks to it. So then you have the, of course, you got the one on the cover, the Dark Witch, which was a level 4 normal monster, 1800 attack, 1050 defense, and again, it's just a solid 1800 attack beat stick monster. Doesn't require any tributes to summon. Just a real good card to have as well. I was lucky enough to pull that one as well. And another ultra rare that's sitting in there. This is a spell card. It's Soul Exchange. And this was one that this was a card that was around pretty early on in the game when the card decks were first coming out. You know, the YuGiOh starter decks were Yugi and Kaiba and all that stuff. Oh yeah, Soul Exchange was in there. This was an excellent card. Target one monster your opponent controls. This turn, if you tribute a monster, you must tribute that monster as if you controlled it. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card. So really this just sets your opponent one monster down and also gets you an opportunity to get one of your stronger monsters out on the field. This is one that I'm still waiting to pull, and it's one that I definitely would want to have in my decks as well. Also, you have Noblemen of Extermination. It's a spell card that allows you to select, destroy, and remove from play one face-down spell or trap card. If it was a trap card, both players must remove from play all copies of that card from their decks. So, if you guys are running a lot of the same types of cards, then I don't know. Potentially, this could help or hurt you. It really just depends, but it's a nice spell card to have regardless. There is a continuous trap card that's an ultra rare, Escape from the Dark Dimension, and this one can come in play with some of the other ultras that were here that involved removing monsters from play, and here's why. Because this trap card allows you to target one of your banished dark monsters and special summon that target. When this card leaves the field, destroy the target, and if you do, banish it. When that target is destroyed, destroy this card. So it's just another way to get one of your banished monsters back onto the field, which is pretty cool. I know not a lot of cards, at least in Duel Links right now, allow you to do that, just depending on what you're running, but man, this is just another good card to have, especially if you know that you're going to be dealing with, I don't know, if you're going to be dealing with, say, a Dimensional Alchemist or something like that, that does remove cards from play. So, there's another counter trap card in here, Divine Wrath. When a monster effect is activated, discard one card and negate that activation. And if you do, destroy that monster. This thing is awesome. Because, we're dealing with quite a few monsters now that have some really strong effects. And not only does this stop that monster in its tracks, but it also destroys it. So, just brilliant. I love that card a lot. Hope I can pull it soon as well. Still haven't gotten that one yet. Now, I just wanted to touch on a few super rares that I thought were pretty cool. One of which is the White Horned Dragon. It's a level 6, the Dark type dragon with 2200 attack, 1400 defense, and its effect is when this card is normal or special summoned, target up to 5 spell cards in your opponent's graveyard. Banish those targets, and if you do, this card gains 300 attack for each card banished by this effect. So in essence, we're talking about a potential for a 1500 attack boost on top of the 2200 base attack that this monster has. Especially if your opponent's going and playing a lot of cards that are burning you for life point damage, and they're already filling their graveyard with a ton of spell cards. So yeah, this card, the White Horned Dragon, is one that you probably want in your deck, depending on who you're going up against. I love this card a lot. It's great. Also, too, you have Souza Soldier. It's a level 4 Earth Thunder Spirit, and it's got a 2000 attack and 1600 defense. The card cannot be special summoned, and this card returns to the owner's hand during the end phase that the card is normal summoned or flipped face up. However, the battle damage that this card inflicts to your opponent's life points is halved. So, it's got the pros and cons. The pro is that, sitting there at 2,000 attack, if you're not really concerned about trying to drain your opponent's life points as much, this monster will at least get you over some of those monsters that your opponent has that, maybe necessarily you don't have the tribute power for just yet. So, this is a really good super to have. I don't know, it's just, there's a few really good ones in here. Of course, you could also get Wild Tornado. This is a trap card that I've been able to pull one of, and this one's pretty good too. You select one face-up card in the spell and trap zone and destroy it. The controller of the destroyed card can then set one spell or trap card from their hand. If this set card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, select and destroy one face-up card on the field. Now notice in that last piece there, if the card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, select and destroy one face-up card on the field. We're not saying one face-up spell or trap card, we're just saying one face-up card. That means any of your opponent's monsters. Say they're sitting out there with the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, Wild Tornado gets destroyed, see you later, Blue Eyes Ultimate. I mean, this card has a pretty good secondary effect as well as the first effect, in the first place. So, again, I can't complain about this one. This is another really good super rare that you could pull from this set. And I know there's tons of others that are also very good to have. Of course, I'm seeing the Pump Princess, the Princess of Ghosts, being pulled. It's a level 3 zombie. It's got 900 attack, 1000 defense. If this face-up card is destroyed while in a monster zone, you can place it face-up in your spell and trap zone as a continuous spell card, instead of sending it to the graveyard. While this card is treated as a continuous spell card by this effect, during each player's standby phase, place one pumpkin counter on this card. All monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack and defense for each pumpkin counter on this card. So in a game that's stretching out pretty far, if you're getting into a lot of later turns and this card's been sitting on the field, it's only going to work to your advantage. The more counters that are ending up on this card. So it really puts a lot of pressure on your opponent to try and be more aggressive, and that could also work to your favor too if you have some trap cards sitting there hoping that your opponent tries to get a little more aggressive. So that's just another really good one that unfortunately I haven't pulled that one yet, but I know it's still out there, and the more gems I get, the more I'll be opening a few of these packs. So anyway, those are just a few of the cards that I want to talk about. I know there's plenty more that are fantastic, but I just want to go through a few of those with you. So if there's anything that you want to add, or if there's anything that you're excited about, possibly a card that you really, really want to get, or a card that you're trying to get multiples of, give us a shout on Twitter at YuGiOh Deck Talk. It's all one word, at YuGiOh Deck Talk. So until next time, thanks for joining us on YuGiOh Duel Links Talk. We'll see you later.
Join us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/YuGiOh Deck Talk. Tell us about the decks you want to see broken down and analyzed. Discuss strategy and new cards. Meet other duelists. It's all on the YuGiOh Deck Talk Facebook page. Like it today.